The airports company South Africa has more than doubled its profit after tax from 472 million rand to 1.1 billion rand in the 2024-25 financial year. The financial performance will boost investor confidence and shows the state-owned company is firmly out of the COVID-19 slump. ACSA CEO Mpumi Mpofu noted the rising passenger numbers just short of pre-COVID levels. SABC News economics reporter Nosipho Khadebe speaks to the CEO.
The airports company South Africa has continued on its trajectory as one of the only state-owned entities that continue to turn a profit. We heard from the results presentation today, profits up, revenue up as well from non-aeronautical and aeronautical services there. So ACSA continuing then on its trajectory, but some challenges during the financial year, those disruptions of course with the jet fuel disruptions, those weighing on or coming out in these financial results. But to take us through the picture that we see for the 2024 to 2025 financial year, I'm turning to the CEO of ACSA, Mpumi Mpofu. CEO, thank you so much for your time this afternoon. The financial results coming out today, strong results again, doubling profits after tax. Just give us a key overview then of those metrics.
Thank you very much, and thank you to SABC for flighting this. We're quite excited as you've been here with us this whole morning as we've released our results, and really just a resounding success that ACSA has proved to be. Very important that we've been able to double the tax. We were at 463 million last year after tax, and we come out at 1.1 billion. That's really on the back of a very, very strong performance throughout, and particularly surprising strong performance from our non-aeronautical revenue. So our revenue has risen from 7 billion to 7.9 billion, and as such, that's really something we're really proud to have be able to achieve. We've also been able in this year, out of this success, to pay dividends to our shareholders, something we keep we were very proud of being able to do that. There were years during which we were not able to pay dividends. We really think we're probably one of the remaining SOEs that do pay dividends to the shareholders. And last year we had paid a dividend of 43 million to our ordinary shareholders because we have another element that's actually a preference share. And that's a more important indicator of performance because in a sense, what we're able to do this year is increase that to 113 million. And that basically means we're able to put on the table of shareholders real value and real rewards for, the investment that we've been able to make at the ACSA over the years. We pride ourselves also of being able to invest on the CAPEX, a very significant 21 billion, out of which in this particular financial year, we exceeded the target we had set of 727 million, and we ended up over 800 million, 826 million. We are very proud of that achievement. We did struggle in the first few years of the permission with implementing that CAPEX. In fact, last year we had actually missed those targets. But overall, on our overall KPIs, we came out at 10 out of 11, and in a sense that's a 90% performance by the company. We're really proud of what we've been able to do as a company in difficult times. I must indicate though that it's not been an easy year to actually achieve these results. It's been a year that has had some challenges, even though those challenges on their own may not have impacted the financial results, but they did force us back to the drawing board to think about how we can improve operational efficiency and risk management, particularly with aging infrastructure, with a delayed permission, and us not being able to really master predictive maintenance and to prevent any incidents from occurring.
CEO, I just want to come in there. Any risks then to that upside, as we note the strong performance, but some challenges, disruptions during the financial year? Any risks that you're looking out for?
Yes, we are. I think we remain with an environment where we have global risks that continue to plague the environment. We are a global company. We're dependent. Our aeronautical revenue, the one target that we did miss, depends very much on what's happening globally, and it's really very limited control we have over it. So that one around the two wars, Gaza, Israel, Russia, Ukraine, and the threat that seemed to have been perceived to come with the United States tariff, which would have dampened the entire environment and particularly affected our source markets from the tourism side from engaging in what would be a growth trajectory for both tourism to South Africa and trade. So that those things we really don't have too much control over, but our mitigation against them is to really induce own developed strategies, growth strategies that are homegrown and are not so international travel dependent. That's the one area. But the other risk we're looking at in the environment is just the risk of executing the CAPEX program. And that presents itself as a risk that we must constantly manage, because failure to implement timeously on budget and deliver the interventions in the infrastructure environment that are actually required is something that the company cannot afford. So we've got risks identification, we've got mitigation plans that really would manage that. We also deal with cybersecurity risk like most companies of our size and scale and global nature. And again there, our risk mitigation strategy for cybersecurity is on point. We are satisfied with what mitigations we put in place. We're almost best in class in this area of cybersecurity. In fact, touch wood, we're one of the companies that have not been hit with a cyber attack. But it doesn't mean we don't have attempts. We've got an increasing number of attempts for cyber attacks, but we really have built a resilience, a framework that actually enables us to prevent any such occurrences. And I think in another area we have risk around skills. The skills issue continues to vest the entire aviation industry, and that would indicate very clearly that there are certain regions that are attracting the skills that we have. And in South Africa, we've been, for the last couple of decades, a kind of kindergarten, primary school, growing new capacity that the industry needs. Our people are capable, they've got good experience, the airport environment is complex, and it offers them skills that would not normally be available, particularly on the African continent. What does that suggest is that they become very attractive to markets such as Middle East, and they basically go off to those countries. And what we've learned very quickly from that is our mitigation is then to train even faster, to make sure our academy is fully functional, to make sure we can do skills replacement and grow our own wood, as we say, and ensure that people are able to fill those positions, execute on that very ambitious CAPEX program, execute on an ambitious strategy.
All right, thank you so much, CEO. I'm going to have to leave it there. ACSA CEO there, Mpumi Mpofu, just highlighting some of those key metrics for the financial performance for the 2024 to 2025 financial year, and also just some of the lessons that were learned throughout the year, which they plan to implement going forward. Osipocha Debe, SABC News, Kempton Park.